Welcome to Nottingham city centre and the castle, which is still under restoration in September 2020. It's Ed, Charlie Tango 842 here on holiday, staying in Derby, but travelled to Nottingham today to play radios. And I've got the Floureon here. There's lots of activity on all the channels, although most of it is people using PMR446 for the reason that it was designed. I have called CQ quite a few times on channel 8, but no answer today. However, I have had a few contacts on 446. All of them bar one have been random contacts. The one that wasn't, where I'm in the house in the darkness behind the curtain, was on the Sunday night 8 at 8 net. So the clips in this video appear in more or less chronological order. So I hope you enjoy them, and apologies if I'm slurring a bit, but I've just enjoyed drinking some of this.
Okay, just a second, as I've got a station, the Charlie Tango station. I forgot the number, I was just trying to grab the numbers. This is Whiskey Whiskey 795, WW795, and we're located, if you want to look on a map, on Shire Oaks Pit Tip. Shire Oaks Pit Tip. Also running 500 milliwatts from a little BT home talker, I think it is, BT handheld.
When I'm at home, I'm on the West Sussex coast, right down as far south as you can go without paddling in the English Channel. But I've come up to Derbyshire for a week's holiday to relax, recharge my batteries and muck about with radio of all kinds on all bands, including here on PMR446. Over.
Okay, I've moved slightly, a little bit of location, I'm walking, I don't know, I still get me okay at that end. Name this side is Paul.
Yeah, okay Paul, it's Highoredish Picnic Site. The locator I've actually got written on a bit of paper in the car. I can go and get that and read it to you if you like. Over. India Oscar 93 Golf Delta, 940 feet above sea level, and it's pronounced Highoredish, but it's spelt Highoredish, Highoredish picnic site, and I'm standing looking roughly towards the direction of Yorkshire, I think. Over.
Yeah, I think that will be correct. If you look for a workshop on a map, we're about, what, I think 3 miles or something like that, and you'll find the little town of Shire Oaks, and there's a large pit there from the golden era of mining, and that's where I'm standing. There's a little memorial up here to the chimney that was at the mine, and it's a regular haunt of one or two of us in the radio. And my elevation is 261 feet up in the airhead, so it's not a natural hill, but it's big enough.
Yeah, very good. Well, thank you so much for coming back to me, Paul, because I'm active on other bands as well, but at least one contact on PMR446 was what I was really after, using this radio. I actually bought it specially with the idea of coming up on high hills. So many thanks for the contact. I do have a very minor YouTube video, so I might well put some footage on, throw up here, if that's okay, Paul. Over.
That's fine by me, Ed, that's fine by me. I'm also active with other bands as well, so I will be monitoring around, probably hear a similar or a familiar voice, Ed. You have a good day. I'm going to have a listen round, a quick chat to my friend who's very local to me. We'll move off the calling frequency so I can do that. So thank you very much for the contact, Ed, and best 7-3, good DX.
Yeah, likewise, and your half a watt is doing very well, and hope you managed to talk to a lot of people too, not just your friend who's very local to you. I think you might have said his name was Daz. I can't hear him at all from up here, but if you're in contact with him, tell him that I send my best regards, and hope that the pair of you enjoy this lovely sunny weekend.
Okay, Charlie Tango 842, I will have a look out for you. If you look on a site on Facebook that I'm aware of, which is Yorkshire PMR446, Yorkshire PMR446,
Got Richard at Mar Wind Farm.
Yeah, okay, I got Mansfield. I think there's somebody else on the channel, so I'll keep it brief. But you're the second person I've spoken to on PMR446 from up here today, which is really, really good. So thank you very much for being there. MRB station, this is Charlie Tango 842 Portable. Back to you.
Carl, I think he said. No problem, out in the Crofton area, walking the dog. It's Richard at this side.
Yeah, okay, Richard, name is Ed, Echo Delta. Echo Delta, have fun walking the dog. You've got a lovely evening for it. MRB, Charlie Tango 842, have fun walking the dog, Richard. You've got a lovely evening for it. There's somebody else on the channel, so I'd better cut and run. Cheers for now, bye-bye. Cheers, and many thanks for the contact.
Now, just before we carry on, can you knock it to Channel 8? Sorry, Channel 7. Be a bit quieter then.
Charlie Tango 842 Portable, Ed. Just thought I'd let you know you're coming through loud and proud into Bolsover. Bolsover, Chesterfield, okay?
Okay, many thanks for the report from Bolsover in Chesterfield, and I don't want to annoy anybody else on the frequency, so I'll cut and run unless anybody else wants to call me.
Located 12 miles northwest of Nottingham, Kirby Hasfield, and you're being me over this way.
Trouble is when people just talk like that without specifying who they're talking to, I don't know if they're coming back to me or to somebody else.
Charlie Tango, copy this one.
Yeah, Charlie Tango 842. Do you want to nominate another channel to move to? Because I think I'm annoying at least one person, with apologies to them, on by staying on Channel 8. So would you care to nominate a different channel? Over. Go on. You've got 15 others to choose from. You know you want to.
Briefly, a while ago, I'm over in Bolsover. So yeah, nice to make the contact. How are you today, sir?
Hello, Greg. Thank you very much for coming back to the call. Fine, thank you. Very, very well. Feeling a lot more relaxed than I have done for a long time. And work has been manic in the last couple of months in particular, so I was well overdue a proper holiday, and it's so tranquil up here in Derbyshire. Came up, drove up yesterday, 200 miles by road roughly, and this is day 2 of 7 of a week-long holiday, and boy did I need it. So I've been up here for a couple of hours making contacts on various bands, but I've got a real soft spot for PMR446.
Yeah, all copied there, all copied. Yeah, I do know that particular radio. I don't own one, but I do know them. 8 o'clock this evening. No doubt you've heard about the 8 and 8 on a Sunday night. Well, it's quite a big deal up here, to be fair. And you're in probably one of the mostly used locations for that particular gathering. So, yeah, if you get the chance later on, after 8 o'clock, just click onto Channel 8 and Channel 14, sometimes Channel 12, and you'll hear the activity. And it's a minefield. It's countrywide.
Yeah, okay, Greg, I'm well aware of the 8 at 8 thing, thanks to the Ringway Manchester YouTube channel mainly. I've been up here since about 2 o'clock because I've been making contacts on other bands, shall we say, which has been good fun as well. And I'm thinking it's now about time that I went home and actually got something to eat and put my feet up in front of the television and watched the finale of the Tour de France. I enjoy watching the cycling on TV, and it's the final stage in Paris. So I will be slinging my hook before it gets dark, because I want to get home really before it gets dark. I don't really know this part of the world at all geographically. It's only 20 miles by road from here to the house that we're renting, but I'd rather do it in daylight than not. Having said that though, at 8 o'clock I will definitely have this same radio switched on in the house, because the bit of Derbyshire, the town, the city rather, where we're renting itself is a couple of 100 feet above sea level, so I'm wondering if I might hear something. Back to you, Greg.
Ed, I would imagine so, yes, I would imagine so. The signals are, you know, they're pretty good in this particular area. Everywhere's got a hilltop, so yeah, it's well worth a try. And yeah, I get where you're coming from with the, you know, Lewis at Ringway Manchester. He's done his bit for PMR, and he continues to do so. But if you want another interesting group on Facebook to go and look at, that would be Yorkshire PMR446. It's called Yorkshire, then a space, and then PMR446. You know, is the second word type of deal. Very interesting, very interesting. And like I say, most of the guys in this area, they're all members of that particular group. And, you know, it'll be posted on there whenever they're out, what particular frequency or channel, if you like, that they're using at the time. Very informative, well worth a look at.
Yeah, okay, Greg, thanks for the recommendation. Well, I don't think I've ever set foot in Yorkshire, to my shame. And I don't know if I will be visiting York during this week-long holiday. It's one of the things on the possible list of places to visit. I'll look it up when I get back home and switch the laptop on. In a way, I would kind of feel a bit of a fraud joining that group for the reason I've just mentioned, but I suppose for the remaining 5 days that I'm here, I'm sure I'll be up and about on high ground again at some point, and I will definitely have this radio with me when I do. So for that reason alone, I'll see if they'll let me in on a sort of honorary basis by virtue of me not being in Yorkshire. Thanks for the tip there, Greg. Back to you.
Yeah, not a problem, Ed, not a problem. I mean, as daft as it sounds, obviously it comes under the heading of Yorkshire PMR446, but Yorkshire for me is probably half a mile from where I live. I'm in Derbyshire, so that half a mile is nothing, you know. I'm nowhere near York, so forget that one. But on the PMR446 in this area, we have, you know, there are actually a few gateways and things that are active, FRN, that kind of deal. And tonight, last night, sorry, as an example, there were people as low down as Surrey, and as high up as you can poke a stick at, you know, all coming through on channel 12, I think it was last night, coming through internet gateways and stuff via PMR. So it's very interesting stuff. So even from your hometown, there is still a good chance that you could contact people in this area through that kind of a means, if you understand where I'm coming from, which I'm sure you do.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, it's all good, but it's like I say, it's a very good group.
Yeah, no problem, Ed. I've got you 5 and 3. Only a signal reading of 3, but a good radio 5, no problem with that. If you come back on your next over with your, although I did repeat your call, I didn't write it down, so I've forgotten it. So I'll just make a note of that in my little log that I keep. Yeah, it's all understood there. Yeah, I hope you have a nice holiday. It's a nice part of the country, actually, Derbyshire, so there's plenty for you to do. Plenty of sights to see, lovely countryside. So I hope you have a nice time while you're down here. Back to you, Ed.
Well, I'm not at work, so I'm already having a nice time. Thank you for the 5 and 3, 5 and probably about 5 and 7, 5, 8. Little bit of white noise, but nothing to write home about. The call sign, if you're into such things, is Charlie Tango 842. Charlie Tango 842. I'm not into CB at all for some reason, don't really know why. So the only place you'll ever hear that call sign used is on this band. And because I'm normally at home, 200 miles away, rather than up here, it's a call sign that hasn't been heard in this part of the world very much. Carl, back to you.
Yeah, okay then, Ed. Yeah, all understood there. And the Charlie Tango group is quite common to me. I don't know whether you've chose it because it's part of the group or whether it's just off the cuff call that you've made up, I'm not sure. But yeah, it doesn't really matter on this band anyway. I use November Radio 1162 when I'm on this band, but that's just my network radio call over.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. I did wonder. Network radio is something I've never been involved with, I'm afraid, so I can't wax lyrical about that. And yes, the CT is the Charlie Tango Copy That forum, but I registered when it was on the old server. You know, they changed servers a couple of years back, and I assumed that at the time I was just the 842nd person who had asked for a call sign. But since they changed servers, I haven't re-registered, and I've got a feeling that on the new site, that call sign is not actually allocated. If you go on there and search for it, I suppose I should rejoin and re-register and say, yes, I'd still like to have it, please. But that's the story. You are quite right. It is from the Copy That forum there, Carl. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, Ed. Yeah, that's cool. Right, okay, I'll get his wishes 7 3s at that, because I'm going to try and call out on the net, see if anybody can hear me now. I'm back at the home QTH. I did hear another couple of stations calling on here, so we'll give it a try, see if there's anybody else listening. Nice to make your acquaintance there, Ed, and like I say, you have a nice time, enjoy your holiday, make the most of it while you're off. How long are you off, by the way?
Only a week, but that sounds wonderful. And this is day 2. Arrived yesterday, go back next Saturday, and there's supposed to be good sunny weather for a couple of days yet, so I'm really going to enjoy it, and really enjoying playing radios and making contacts with lots of people who I've never spoken to before, which includes you, Carl. So thanks very much for taking the time to talk to me. I will keep monitoring Channel 8 just in case I hear anybody else, and might even put a call or two out myself a bit later on. So cheers for now, enjoy what's left of the weekend, and once again, Carl, many thanks for being there.
Charlie Tango 842, November Radio 1162 signing. All the best then, have a nice holiday. Anybody else listening on Channel 8, this is November Radio 1162, Burton on Trent calling.
There we go, Channel 8 behind the curtain.
Okay. I'm between Manchester and Chester. Between Manchester and Chester.
Okay, Dave, between Manchester and Chester, that must be a good few miles. You are slightly scratchy but perfectly readable. It's quite windy up here, so I hope you can hear me okay.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Well, I was just happened to be monitoring yeah, a little bit scratchy because it's just on top of the slope that can get it on this rig without turning it off.
Yeah, Roger, I've moved direction slightly, so I don't know if this will help. I'm going to make this my final because the wind is blowing and it's very cold, and it's also spotting with rain, so I think it's going to, the heavens are going to open again. But great to catch up with you, Dave.
UK1, Roger. Okay, I'll give you 73, mate. I'll catch you again.
UK1, oh, I like that call sign, good stuff. UK1, Charlie Tango 842 portable, getting very cold. Cheers for now, Dave, have a good evening, bye bye.
Bye bye, yeah, I'm in UK 140 years, mate, on CB. I'll catch you again.
Oh, wonderful. I was born too late for all of that, so I missed the CB thing, but lovely to catch up with you on PMR446. Oh, it's cold up here. Take care, bye. Before I freeze to death, is there anybody else out there? Charlie Tango 842 Portable listening?
Good evening to you there. The name's Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. Hope you're receiving me okay. I'm located in Newcastle under Lyme, 25 miles south of New QSL.
Blimey, that's a heck of a distance. You're a very strong signal coming in from Newcastle under Lyme. Nice to hear you. Name is Ed, Echo Delta, on holiday. Normally live on the south coast, but I'm midway through a 1 week holiday and staying in Derby, but have come up to high ground on the road that goes from Leek at one end to Buxton at the other, approximately 1,500 feet above sea level, and it's bloody cold. Back to you.
QSL, that sounds like it's blowing a gale as well. Well, it's any consolation, it's nice and warm in here. Just got the central heating on for it. Actually, it has gone a little bit cool, so I did turn the radiators on when I come in from work. Sorry to rub it in, mate, but listen, I wish you 7.3s. You're coming through really well here for 500 milliwatts, by the way, and but that's the height. So we'll let you carry on working a few more stations out before your battery dies. Wish you 7.3s, enjoy the holiday, yeah?
Yeah, okay, many thanks. I'm using the Floureon FC-200, quite a new radio that I'm sure you're aware of, and I'm very impressed with it. If you were in the market for a street legal rig, you could do a lot worse. Over.
QSL, mate, certainly working. Definitely working, Ed, so there you go. Enjoy the evening. We'll let you work a few more stations before while you've got some battery left, and we'll catch you later, Ed.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and unless anybody else calls me, I'm getting back in the car and going home because I'm freezing my watsits off. The wind is very, very cold. 7.3 and have a good evening. Bye-bye.
All the best, mate.
That'll do. That'll do. So 2 contacts on PMR446 from Meredith Lowe, is it? Hang on. Before I fall down the thing. Lovely sunset this evening, and here's the sign at the side of the road.